Hi everyone, my name is Osana Sharma and I'm in my final semester of Finance with Visualization in Banking here at Curtin Mauritius. You know how, when I first started my degree, I thought finance was just numbers, charts and balance sheets. But over the years, I realized it's really about people, their goals, emotions and decisions. And somewhere along the journey, I also discovered myself. So today, I'm reflecting on my time at Curtin, my wins, my lessons, and yes, my oops moments too. Don't worry, I promise it's more entertaining than a lecture on corporate finance. At the start of the semester, I honestly had a mix of strengths and areas that really needed my attention. I was confident in my digital literacy, which meant I could navigate technology and online tools with ease. And I felt solid in my core skills and rhetoric literacy, which helped me to express ideas clearly and structure arguments effectively. My ethical literacy was quite decent too, giving me a good sense of right and wrong in professional context. But I knew I had some work to do. My emotional literacy was quite low, so understanding and managing my own emotions as well as responding to others was challenging. My learning literacy and career literacy weren't where I wanted them to be either, meaning I needed to improve how I approach learning new skills and how I plan to navigate my career paths. Fast forward to now, and the difference is huge. My core skills and rhetoric literacy are fully developed, and I can communicate quite confidently, organize my thoughts, approach challenges strategically. I've also made strong strides in learning literacy and career literacy, meaning I'm better at identifying what I need to learn and adapting to new situations and planning my professional journey. Digital literacy has remained a strong suit and my emotional literacy has improved dramatically. I'm more self-aware, empathic, and able to manage interpersonal situations effectively. The one area I'm still fine-tuning is ethical literacy, making sure I consistently apply ethical principles in all my decisions. Overall, my employability skills have grown in almost every area, giving me a lot more confidence as I prepare to step into the professional life. What has changed? Honestly, I did. The tool helped me see employability not just as a checklist, but as a reflection of how I show up in real life. I started taking small actions, reaching out to guest speakers on LinkedIn, volunteering in presentations, and saying yes to opportunities that scared me. I learned that employability isn't something you suddenly achieve. It's something you build by showing initiative, learning from mistakes, and constantly evolving. This unit, Enhancing Your Business Mind, was honestly one of the most engaging ones I've done. From Lego activity where I build my future self ecosystem to the teamwork and weekly discussions, everything made me reflect deeply. That Lego exercise, I built a bridge connecting university to my future career. It symbolized how I need to keep linking learning with real-world experiences. Every block that I added reminded me that success is built piece by piece. The team projects taught me how powerful collaborations can be when everyone listens and contributes. It wasn't easy. We had different opinions, time zone, and personalities, but that's why emotional intelligence really grew. I learned to communicate calmly, empathize with others' perspectives, and stay solution-focused. I also discovered how much I've grown in confidence. Public speaking used to be scary to me, but after our pitching and marketing yourself activity, I realized that my voice actually carries impact when I speak with purpose. There were 3 reflections that completely changed the way I see myself in the workplace: unconscious bias, agile thinking, and marketing yourself. From unconscious bias reflection, I learned that fairness isn't about equality, it's about awareness. I realized how important it is to check our own assumptions, especially in diverse environments. I now understand that being fair means making space for others to be seen and heard, not assuming everyone starts from the same place. The agile thinking activity taught me how crucial adaptability is in modern workplace, particularly in finance, where technology and innovations are always evolving. It makes me think differently, to see change as opportunities rather than threats. And through marketing yourself task, where I created a pitch and visualized myself in 5 and 10-year plan. I discovered my personal brand. In 5 years, I see myself working in corporate finance or fintech, managing projects that make finance more accessible and sustainable. In 10 years, I hope to be in leadership role, mentoring others, especially young women, to step confidently into finance. My journey at Curtin Mauritius has honestly been transformative. When I started, I was quiet, cautious, and a bit scared to speak up. But the environment here, the open discussions, group work, and supportive lecturers pushed me out of my comfort zone. I've learned to manage my time better, balancing assignments, gym sessions, and life. Though if I'm honest, I wish I had joined more student clubs earlier. Those experiences could have built my network even faster. And of course, some of my favorite memories were made outside classrooms. The laughter with friends, late night group study sessions, and those random deep talks that sometimes made us closer. These moments taught me as much as about teamwork and emotional intelligence as lecturers even could. These memories are a huge part of who I am today. But overall, Curtin has taught me the balance between professionalism, humanity, to be ambitious but kind, structured but flexible. One of my classes had the motto, think big and make it happen, and I feel like that perfectly captures the experience here. Curtin has taught me not just to dream boldly, but to take real steps towards turning those dreams into reality. Looking ahead, my plan is clear but flexible. Because if this degree has taught me anything, it's that growth isn't always linear. As part of my Odyssey plan, I actually created 3 versions of my career path: my actual plan, my alternative plan, and my dream plan. My actual plan is to step into banking and finance industry, starting as a financial analyst or banking graduate. I want to build a real-world experience and strengthen my skill in areas like data-driven decision-making, client relations, and risk management. My alternative plan, if life has ever surprises for me, I would like to become a gym athlete. I've always loved training, discipline, and motivation behind fitness. It's something that keeps me grounded and pushes me to stay consistent, so I can see myself exploring that lifestyle more deeply. And finally, my dream plan. The what if money wasn't and status didn't matter. I love to dive into fashion. I've always had the passion for styling and creativity, and if I could, I'd work on something that merges finance and fashion. Maybe helping young designers build sustainable businesses, or even launching my own brand one day.
To future Sarah, wherever you are in 5 years from now, I hope you still remember how hard you worked for this. I hope you stay passionate, curious, and grounded, and my advice to you is to never doubt your abilities. Every stress, deadline, and every group challenge, every self-doubt, you've turned them into lessons and keep the same energy. And remember these years at Curtin, how much you've laughed with your friends and how you grew into someone even stronger, more confident, and ready for the world. Don't force success. Stay patient and keep learning. Never lose your empathy, even when the world feels competitive. And when you feel stuck, look back at that version of yourself, young, ambitious, and slightly nervous, but full of drive and purpose. You've got this.
To wrap up, this journey has been much more than just about earning a degree. It's been about learning who I am, what I stand for, and what kind of person I want to become. From the employability tool to teamwork, from unconscious bias to agile thinking, each experience has shaped me in ways I couldn't predict. And of course, the friendship, every laugh, and every memory here made at Curtin will always stay with me, as a reminder that growth doesn't happen alone, it happens together. Thanks for being a part of my journey, and here's to building more bridges, one block at a time.